Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So excited about this video because I am talking to you about my Nebraska whitetail doe hunt. So I don't get to go hunting very often. I haven't been in like 2 years. And it's funny because going to this trip, I didn't know this, but my refrigerator breaker switched off. So when I came home with 40 pounds of meat, I was really grateful for that meat because I had none left. So I want to talk about the sponsors that put this together. So Arterburn Outdoors, he is an outfitter. He's amazing. He works with media. He's been doing these camps, these hunting camps for years, and he's trying to do it to get media obviously to come in and do some marketing or media promotion, whatever. And those guys, they'll also go back to their families or friends, write about it, share their story like I'm doing here, and get more new hunters into hunting. And so that's the whole thing. I got to go to deer camp. Right after that, they went to a bison camp, and then they do spring turkey, fall turkey, all that stuff. So I'm super excited. Obviously I have a lot of stuff in front of me, but first up, we got these gifts from Handlebin. They're copper mugs, obviously. They have the Arterburn Outdoors logo, but it's really cute because all of us showed up to our name customized on these, and they do, this is great, like, gift for weddings, bachelorette parties, obviously bachelor parties, and so that's kind of what they do, is a lot of custom stuff, which is really neat. And then Pendleton Whiskey sent all these whiskey. I did not partake in that, but the boys sure got into it, and it went quick. So the guns that we actually got to shoot, we didn't get to keep or anything like that, but Benelli sent rifles for us in 6mm Creedmoor. So Hornady Ammunition came, actually. So Gary from Hornady came. Obviously they're they're local to Nebraska. They're about 2 hours from where we were for the hunting camp. But that was what was really cool, is like almost every brand had a representative there, and these guys also hunt. So they were guides for us. They sat in the blind with us. They went to the rifle range and helped us zero our optics. And they just were a really good, crucial part to this. So Hornady sponsored all the ammo. We got to head to the range, like I said, and zero our optics, which were Maven optics. I've actually played with Maven scopes for a really long time. Years ago. Their spotting scope, their binos, they have rangefinder. They make some seriously quality scopes, and I feel like they're more like an underdog, just not as well known. This is not the exact scope that we use to hunt with, but this is their 1 to 10 that they sent me that I'm going to start playing with because there's a lot of cool features. So the glass is really clear. You have illumination. Like I said, 1 to 10 on here, and different reticles. But we had a simple reticle system, so we could, I mean, pretty much zero at 100 yards and hold depending on how far the deer was. But I shot mine 142 yards, I believe. And it was cool because we used OnX app. So if you're not familiar with OnX Hunt App, it was super helpful because you actually could locate where you're sitting in the blind, and then you could actually see the direction of wind, which is really important when you're hunting. We actually sat in a blind that was not perfect for wind, so it was kind of blowing our scent into a spot we didn't really want it to be, but that's where I sat. And it was cool because we got to mark the blind spot in the app, and then we got to mark where the doe dropped, and then I marked where I found her, which was only a couple yards away, maybe like 15, 20. But you could actually map then and triangulate the distance of the shot, which is so neat. So OnX Hunting App, Jack actually came, so thank you for coming and showing so much about that app, whether they have the state land and access roads and stuff that I don't even know about, but it was so helpful. So if you're a hunter, check that out. I'm green.
No.
Did you give us your gun?
I didn't touch it. Am I holding this up right here?
We're just gonna take both. I was not sure that we were gonna see any does today. I've been really quiet. Not even an animal out here. So 8 minutes before end of hunting time, I spotted the doe. Buck's on his phone, pretty sure. No, I'm just kidding. It was so much fun. So I spotted her myself. I saw the tail first. That's all I saw. I saw a whitetail. Oh, look, there's a doe out there, or there's a deer. And I was like waiting on her head because I was like, antlerless or antlers. And I was like, pretty sure 100% antlerless. My guide confirmed. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get relaxed, get on the gun, make a good shot. And I did. And I just saw her head just kind of drop down. So made a good kill. I feel confident about it. And that was really fun. It was really fun. It's still there.
Yeah, I see it.
Yep. Antlerless, right? Waiting for her to pop her head back up.
Yeah.
That looks like a doe to me. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whitetail.
Doe, right? I'm not gonna shoot or anything until you confirm. She just dipped her head pretty much down. That was awesome. You didn't believe me. You didn't believe me. You're like, there's no
I
way.
believed you. I was just looking 200 yards to the right of that.
Oh my gosh, 8 minutes before tag out time. It was really fun. Right at the end of the day. Day one. Let's go. Thanks, Buck. That was really fun.
Nice.
Thanks for sitting with me. And thank you, Rob, behind the camera. You don't see him, but he's awesome. Super technical iPhone.
Yep. You owe me $5.
For what?
You said we weren't going to see anything.
She's a pretty hefty one.
There's been one down here, but I'm pretty sure she's dry.
Hot damn. Let's go, mama.
Yeah, there was the blood pile over there. There's a spot over here.
She's beautiful. She is absolutely beautiful. I'm really grateful because this means meat. Nelly rifle, maiden scope, horny 6mm Creedmoor. That was an amazing hunt for me, and I can't thank Arterburn Outdoors enough for this, or Outfitters for this. Look at that. Got a good entry, solid exit. Spotted, shot, and found her myself. Let's go. Now, my favorite process for sure is skinning the deer. I actually learned to field dress my deer. I have never field dressed a deer in the field. That was an eye-opening experience. Normally I go take it to the processor and at least use their hanging system, skin it, and then get all the guts out. I gotta do it in the field. So thanks to Benchmade. So Benchmade sent us, we had a folding knife. This is like a perfect skinning knife. And it was just a lot of fun. So Benchmade makes super sharp tools. This did cut through the pelvis bone, which was wild. So my guide helped me. One of my guides that lives out there helped me do that because I was not about to try that. The other thing that we had was Tetra hearing protection. So these are really comfortable. They're not custom to your ear, but they are custom to your ear canal like fit in terms of how small they go into your in-ear. And then there are silicone and different tips so you can actually form it to the ear and whatever tip you want to use, whatever's most comfortable for you. But Tetra has different sound settings. So you could actually go into, like, if you're a bird hunter, duck hunter, whatever, then there's actually like a waterfowl mode, which is really neat. There's a range mode. I really love this hearing protection. Really small batteries, easy to transport, and that was awesome. Now I have my boot up here because I have the other one on literally right now. But Mindle boots, man, these are just killer boots. I did a whole review actually for Athlon Outdoors on this and another pair of theirs. So this is their ladies Eurolight hunting boots. They're Gore-Tex, really, really soft leather, and they're super comfortable. It was funny because I didn't know what I was going to weather-wise. Nebraska was like 85, 90 degrees in the daytime, and then it was like 30 degrees at night, so I didn't know what temperature I was. And it's funny because during the day I wanted to keep these on. They also make wool socks, merino wool socks, but I have these on. Got a little too warm, guys, a little too warm. These were actually built to keep your feet warm, but also insulate properly so your feet's not like sweating. And of course, if you're familiar with merino wool, those socks are the best, so they don't get really gross and, you know, filled with bacteria. They're made for hiking, camping, hunting, what have you. So if you're gonna be in cold weather temperatures, check them out. I'd never heard of the brand before this, so I was really excited to get my own boots. And I didn't actually pre-trip break them in like I should have. Normally I have time to do that. I didn't, and you didn't need to. I walked miles out there in Nebraska in these boots, and they were so comfortable, so I broke them in did it live, which is really fun. Sitka Gear sent us some hunting gear. I have worn this all over the country now, washed it a bunch already. I'm obsessed. Has a built-in like neck face guard, which is really comfortable to keep you warm. You have your thumb pockets, so you stick your thumb out, okay? But what's cool is this will actually wrap back around your hand, so you don't even need to have gloves if you forget them. Sitka Gear is awesome hunting gear. And then they have different camos, so depending on if you're waterfowl or duck hunting, or there's also just plain colors. There's so many different clothing lines out there, so thanks to them for sending that. And then to take our meat home, we had our Yeti cooler. They sent us, yeah, of course, each of us got to take home our meat, but they sent us these awesome carrying bags that were easy to check on the airline and take home. So that was awesome. I have so many people to thank that I don't even know where to begin, and gonna try not to forget everyone. Obviously, Joe Arterburn, man, you are amazing for putting this on. Thank you. Sam, his son, was part of helping us with everything. I have to say, Camp Chef, oh my gosh, so Camp Chef was there, and their brand makes amazing cast iron. They have these perfect stove tops for campers, hikers, backpackers, whatever. And Brooks came out, if you know him. If you don't, you should. He's a riot. He cooked for us. So he actually brought his own wild game. He brought elk. He brought a moose that he just killed in Canada a week prior, cooked for us. And then he sent me some actual cast iron. So when I got home, now I got some stuff I got to cook with, and I'm really excited to cook my deer up with that. So thanks to him. We had Newt, who was with Mindel. Buck was actually my guide, and he was with Maven. He sat in the blind with me, so thank you. Rob filmed all the B-roll that you're probably watching on this video, which was really fun to have him behind the scenes and everything. Jillian actually was one of the writers from Hook and Barrel that got to go with me, and it was really fun because it was her very first hunting experience ever. She'd only shot a gun, I think she told me 3 or 4 times prior, period, any gun, right? So she's showing up, literally learning how to field dress and skin and quarter and butcher, and it was just so amazing to watch her experience because I know what that feels like, right? But it was really cool. All right, Jillian, do you know what the tradition is?
No.
Okay, it's your first deer. It's your first deer, so it's kind of a big deal. So don't hit Gary, but this is actually really important.
I don't have to bite the heart, do I?
We're not adopted, but you get blooded.
It's not the last of the Mohicans yet.
Congrats! There you go. First deer ever. What was your favorite and least favorite part about that? Skin or field dressing?
I mean, that smell is not great. Yeah. Cutting the esophagus. No, don't let it go. Hold on to it. Keep pulling. Yeah, but it's slimy.
It is, yeah. That's awesome.
I was like, you know, Nino, our editor, when he first set me up with this, he's like, hey, do you want to go hunting? You've never been hunting before. Are you okay with it? You gonna be all right? I'm like, Nino, I've only shot 3 times. Like, are you sure? Like, he's like, no, it's for newbies, whatever. So I was texting him yesterday. I was like, you didn't tell me how to dress the damn thing. Like, I thought I was shooting it, and like,
somebody else.
He got a kick out of that.
That's awesome.
I don't know.
You did great.
I mean, Gary helped a lot, so thank you, Gary.
Yep.
Were you afraid to cut your fingers off?
Not really.
You're better than I am.
I was thinking about that on the way here. I'm like, man, Kenzie was
scared.
real nervous on that knife. Maybe I should have been too.
This is my doe. I had to bring the skull back. Skulls have a lot of meaning to me. I collect them, and there was a lady that literally turned this around immediately. So this actually hangs up in my wall with the actual cartridge from the bullet that impacted her, which is awesome. So I also want to thank Climate. They sent us really, really comfortable sleeping bags. I'm huge into like 800 down level, if you're familiar with that, because I am from Florida and I'm always cold. So we had extra like long sleeping bags. They were mummy bags, so comfortable. So it was great to have. Line Energy sent us all of like the battery power packs. So this camp is rural, middle of nowhere, no cell phone service, no power, literally just set up. It was a bougie campsite though, because Joe does like mini apartments in his tents. But Line Energy, we had electricity, which was great, so that was easy to have. Dometic coolers, they had their freezer, their fridge, and it was nice because that's where we kept some of the bougie desserts that Brooks cooked up for us, which was awesome. And Primos actually hunting. So we had some really cool tripods that we were checking out, and they had their trigger ones, but I was actually playing with their tripod that attached directly to the Benelli. So there's an attachment point that it just sat and stayed with the rifle, but it was magnetic. So as soon as you pull the rifle up, it'll separate from that tripod, which is really, really neat. But you can and pant and do what you need to with the rifle with that. So it was awesome to have everybody there. I can't wait to hopefully be back maybe for turkey one day. But thank you for the memories. Thank you for the fun time, and I enjoyed it. So stay tuned for more videos coming soon.